The system decides, not me. One of the hardest part of investing isn't the numbers. It's not learning what a dividend is or how to place a trade. The hardest part is the discipline of it. Because here's what happens. The market goes up and you get greedy. The market goes down and you get scared. And in both cases, emotions take over. People cave under the pressure. They sell too soon, they hold too long, or they panic and freeze. But here's the thing. I don't wrestle with that anymore. Why, you ask? Because I built a system where decisions are already made before the pressure even shows up. My rule is simple. I only prune in $100 profit at this moment. Not 60, not 75, not 90. A clean and clear $100. And every time that line's crossed, the system calls the shot. I don't. All I got to do is hit the buttons. That one rule takes all the pressure off. When a stock's at $85 profit, I don't have to sit there and think, should I take the money now? What if it goes down? What if it goes up? Maybe I can make more. I don't have to think about what it's doing. And what if it never reaches 100? None of that doesn't even matter to me. Because the decision was made the day I set the system. If it doesn't hit $100 today, I'll wait. If it takes a week, I wait. If it takes 3 months, I wait. The system decides, not me. It's automatic. And when it does hit 100, there's no hesitation. There's no second guessing. I prune it and move on. The $100 goes straight to the bottom stock. And the cycle keeps spinning. Bottom to top, top to bottom. That's what beginners need to understand. Discipline isn't about white knuckling your way through every market swing. Discipline's about taking yourself out of the equation. It's about building rules so solid that you don't have to think. Because when emotions are running high, thinking is your enemy. And here's the proof. With this rule in place, my portfolio is now past 20% all time. That didn't happen because I guessed right or because I timed the market perfectly. It happened because systems kept me from caving in. While others were selling too early or holding too long, I was calmly following my $100 rule over and over again. Depending on your place in your portfolio, your pruning could be as little as $25, $20, $5, whatever, depending how much you have in your portfolio. Mine's probably going to go up as I get more capital in my portfolio. It'll probably go up, it'll creep up a little bit, so I'll be pruning at higher base points. It may stay the same. I don't know. I'm evaluating. I'm watching. Right now, $100 is working good. I'm pruning one or more stocks every week or so. So it's cool. I'm good. The percentage is staying strong. Now, some people ask, but what if a stock is at 95 and then it drops? Wouldn't you feel bad for not locking it in? Not at all. That's why I created the system. That's why I'm following a system. So I don't have to make those decisions. I open my account. I look at it. Cool. One of them's over $100. Pruning $100. Putting it in the bottom. Simple as that. I evaluate it every day. I look at it every day. Some days I look, there's no $100, and I look at it and go, hey, the middle's moving up a little bit. The bottom's moving up a little bit. And over time, it averages out. The stock might dip back down, but eventually it'll rise again. When it hits 100, I'll take it then. And while I'm waiting, it's still paying me dividends. I'm still building long-term wealth, even in my waiting. This is where the peace comes from. I'm not chained to my screen, sweating every tick of the chart. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night wondering if I should have sold yesterday. The system has already made the decision. The pressure is gone. And if you're just starting out, this is what I'd tell you. Build your rules before you put in your dollars. Build your system. I got a system. I basically sharing it every week. 3 videos a week. A short devotion type videos. Fast, quick, easy. Decide ahead of time where your yes and your no lines are, and then stick to them. Because when the heat is on, you will not be strong enough to figure out on the fly. You'll cave. Everyone does. That's why people lose money. They're playing with their emotions. I've taken the emotions out of it. I've set my boundaries, and I stay within them. You can reevaluate your boundaries, whether they're working for you or not, as you go. But my boundaries have worked for me. It took me 6 months to a year to figure out the boundaries, and it's working good. I've got a 20% profit margin. That's great. But if you decide today I only prune $100 profit, then you'll just remove the biggest source of stress. The system decides, not you. The market decides. Is your overall margin working for you to give you a good enough margin for your journey to where else you could have your money? What percentage are you looking for? What kind of system are you trying to build? What rules do you need to put in place to get the percentage and the system that you need? Like I say, you can copy mine. I have no problem with that. It's working. And that's what makes the system work. It's simple, it's consistent, it's repeatable. And it's why I can look at my portfolio with confidence instead of confusion. So remember this, success in investing isn't about having the best stock tips or the fanciest charts. It's about discipline. And discipline starts with removing yourself from the decision-making loop so we don't have to make emotional decisions. We've made the decisions in the beginning. Because when emotions rise and the pressure builds, you'll cave unless the system is already in place. That's why I can say without hesitation, the system decides for me, not me. And as always, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone on this journey with you, showing you what's working in my portfolio. It works. Works to 20% gain on my money so far. It's worked in the down times, worked in the up times because I have diversification in my stocks. It works. Build your system. Trust your system. And if the percentage is good for you, let that system run. Be consistent and disciplined, and you will build long-term wealth. See you next time.